Everybody, happy holidays. Hope you're having a good week. Looking forward to the weekend.
What's
Some
up?
family, friends.
Scrack-a-lack and Instagram.
What's going on, everybody? YouTube, IG, Facebook.
Happy Holidaze.
Yeah, we're about to blaze it up. About to talk Cannabis Strain of the Year today, Groovy.
Yeah, well, and a couple of songs from flashback from the past, just to kind of compare, because we'll talk about it. Because Do-Si-Do won this year. Not sure how I feel about that, to be completely honest.
A little bit shocking. We talked about it briefly on the Wake and Bake, but I'm gonna dive more into that. And then we got we got a game. What was it? This or That Holidaze edition.
What's up, Color Commentary? What's up, Mr. Redder? Oh, National Pitbull face. My Pitbull's actually right there sleeping.
And mine's at home.
Yeah, exactly.
Sleeping.
Well, guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Yup.
What's everyone smoking on out there?
Yeah, smoking on. What you dabbing on?
See, and you brought this up, Color Commentary, last time. Actually, we mentioned this real quick. That you said he would agree more if it was King Do-Si. Remember, we talked about that. It's funny. Well, you know the crosses on King Do-Si? Before we get too crazy deep, because I don't know what it is, and I'd love to know what it is. Oh, happy Holidaze, T-Dub.
Happy Holidays. Yeah, so Strain of the Year 2021, Do-Si-Do. If you didn't hear, that is Leafly Strain of the Year. And you've put that in perspective, like Groovy said, 2020 was Runts, and then 2019 was Wedding Cake.
Like, can someone give me an example of how Do-Si-Do was popular this year? I mean, do we want to go backwards and work our way forward? Like, how do we want to do this? Because that's how we discussed doing it. So, because I actually think some of the ones from our past make more sense. Because
I think Wedding Cake. I would say like Wedding Cake.
When you read it off Leafly, like it's talking about how much it was looked up, how much
searched,
how much it was searched. And please, by the way, let us know how you're consuming cannabis. Please, right now. Dabs, flower, what you're smoking on, concentrates, like who's doing what. I just did some True North hog collab, hog breath.
Yeah, you're supposed to give me one. Didn't give me one.
Forgot to give Cannon Dave one. To be honest, it is not good, but I forgot.
Usually, what happens?
Well, yeah, the thing broke for the phone like seconds before, and thankfully we had another one just happened to sitting there. So
he's just making up excuses.
We got really lucky.
No, I'm kidding. I'm giving you a hard time, dude. Much love.
No, but seriously, I'm an idiot. No, no, sorry. But some of these past ones make more sense. But the reason why I think Do-Si-Do was so popular this year is maybe all the searching and maybe because people were growing it more consistently because they have been since 2015-16 time.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's because not that many strains stuck out this year. I don't think anything was really that popular. And I think, yes, apple fritter among like...
apples and bananas.
I don't think that one really took off that much. I mean, maybe cookies because they grew it, but I think that's the only reason why it was popular.
There's other apple strains out there. There's apple mac.
Yeah, I mean, we can argue back and forth all day. It doesn't matter. To me, I just don't think it took off the way some of these other strains did. Like, when it's like, hey, runts of 2020, like, yeah, no shit, runts.
Everything's crossed the runts, too.
Exactly. It was runts,
but also,
everything. But there was no Do-Si-Do. I mean...
I saw more cakes. I thought cakes. 2019 was cakes.
That's what it said. 2019
I think
was
you could
cakes.
see. I think you could see cakes in 2021. I think there's more strains. Maybe if it's just based off a search, that's interesting because then it's like, all right, people are just searching up that strain.
Well, no, I mean there was like when I read the Do-Si-Do stuff.
No, it's not just based off that. It's probably based off of their system where they have reviews where people are going to their page.
Well, it says because it's people rank it as really strong. It was how many people talked about it, like left comments. Probably that's probably what that meant. It says it took best visual in 2016, so that's why I was like, it's an older strain in my opinion. I don't know. It doesn't. To me, it's one of those ones that I don't think really took off the way it's talking about it this year. I mean, they say it's years ago it could have. Yeah.
They say it's a living legend in Leafly. At the ripe age of 9 years old, it waves the banner of modern OG Kushes in 2021.
I mean, I'm really surprised no one's talked about mints at all. Like, no one's talked about mints. Like, I mean...
We actually talked about a lot of mints going into the year, actually.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It got overlooked. Like, why would Kush mints and apple mints and all these other mints that...
Animal mints.
The mints, the tree, the pineapple one that tasted had, like, the eucalyptol type of taste. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm,
like, which you don't get much. Like... Whatever happened to Kush? Like, whatever happened to the mints? Because the mints really took off. But again, really took off. It wasn't in everything. But to me, you did see a lot more mints. You saw a whole mints line there. You know?
Valid. Or, here's a theory.
You never saw a Do-Si-Do anything this year. Except for maybe King Do-Si that we got, someone mentioned. But
what if it's because we're just seeing more people searching and more states are becoming legal? Rich? And more states are becoming medical, right? Like more and more people are having access to it, so they're finding more strains. And maybe a lot of growers are growing it because it yields a decent amount, so it might be a good starter. It's a popular strain.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
People are getting it, they're trying it.
Well, that is one thing they said is growers continue to grow it, and that's why they gave it one of the top mark. And I think the reason why they had to go through all those stipulations is because there was nothing that stuck out, really. Like Runts stuck out 2000.
Dude, to me, Runts was like 2019 and 2020. So I think you could honestly have had wedding cake this year. I feel like you saw different.
But wedding cake was 2019.
I know, but I feel like Runts could have been 19 though too, because we didn't. Runts was so popular in
2018. Gelato. I don't really remember 2018, but gelato was popular within the past 5-10 years. Really popular one year. So if that's what the year was, that's fine. But I do remember. But again, gelato was in everything. It was like gelato this gelato this, just gelato. Same thing with Runts. Same thing with the cakes. Those really took off, but Do-Si-Do never really took off. It was never like this dough, like wedding dough, like cookie dough, like there. Which actually,
cookie dough was a pretty good
opportunity.
Yeah.
They could have missed there.
Is there cookie dough out there?
Yeah, but you could have spelled it cookie-dough. Anyways,
there's probably a cookie dough strain.
Well, whatever. My whole point is
gotta be.
Well, my whole point is that I can't believe that Do-Si-Do is 2021 because I don't think anything really took off this year, and I think that's why they just had to make some shit up. Like, you know what I mean? And then that's why you and me are sitting here saying you think it's the apple genetics. I think it could be mint genetics.
I don't even know if it's just the apple, though. I think it could have been. Literally, you saw tons of cakes. You saw tons of.
I didn't see mints till like the 2019, 2020 era.
We had them at the beginning of the year. We had some animal mints and different.
Right, but I'm saying it's still newer than Do-Si-Do.
Yeah, I'm not even going off of newer though. They're just.
Oh, see, we got a lot of Tropicanas in the comments. Oh, Matt Craven, yo, hashtag White Ash Trash. No, how you doing, man? How's your licensing going? Shout out Micro Biz. Orange Frosted Cookie was another one I came across this year. I never saw that, but it does sound unique. Smoking on Country Boy Farms Harry Potter live resin.
Harry Potter, what?
What's that taste like? Living under a stairwell? Sorry. No, and by the way, Mr. Radger, is that truffle? Who's that truffle butter by? Because if I remember correctly, truffle butter is just like a specific cut of something else. And when I tried it, nice. I can't remember who grew it though, so that's why I was curious. King Do-Si, we've been hearing a lot of King Do-Si, or that might have just been color commentary, but I just honestly don't even know about Do-Si that much. Like, what other crosses could you name? Can anyone give me a Do-Si cross right now? I mean, it could be in something I just don't know. I'm not saying. I'm just saying it wasn't that popular, you know? And usually the popular ones, they get in the name. You know, that's why it's like white runts, pink runts, this runts. It's because people wanted to try different flavors of runts. It's what sold last year. And you brought up this valid point. Remember, like, gelato, runts. These were in rap songs. These were in pop culture. They were cookie. You know what I mean? These were in pop culture. No one was like, Do-Si-Do. Like, never once. Not even the slightest.
Well, like, maybe
glue, cookies, all these ones. Like, even when we went all the way back to 2016, super glue, that was a glue. That made sense. Glues were popular.
Glues were very popular then. Glue was in everything.
I probably would have said Gorilla Glue, but 15. Super glue was my favorite.
I would actually probably agree with that if I could go back in time and remember 16 smoking. But I feel like 16's when we were living together.
Right. That's true.
And we were smoking a lot of glue because that's when I was like, dude, I can't smoke any more glue. That's all you want to smoke was glue. Like, glue.
That's true.
Glue. I was like, dude, I can't do it. Give me a break, please.
Help. I did. I seriously did smoke a lot of glue.
Dude, we did. That was hilarious.
But I didn't stop. Dave was like, please stop getting these. And I'm like, no, I love them. And me and his girl would smoke them because she loved them too. Shout out him.
Yeah, I was like, come on, man. But that's a good strain, though. It was a good strain. So I could see that in 16 because I was right around then. A lot of them make sense to me. But, like, to be honest, we didn't smoke run. I didn't smoke runts until after it was grown. And that was, like, end of 2020 going into 2021. That's why I could literally see runts being 19 because a lot of the crosses for runts came out in 2020. 2020 makes complete sense, but runts was so big because think about this. Remember when we were at and this is one reason I'm saying this because I think a lot of cakes. I think there was just tons of cakes in the marketplace. A lot of people were always talking about different type of cake strains. So I could see that being strained this year or apple genetics. Some type of apple flavor.
You're right. The apples cut, but they snuck in there with me. Like. I guess
not my favorite though. After going through some of them, I don't know if I'm as big
I think
a fan
mint and apple got just as popular, and that's why neither of them really took off because they got kind of popular.
Yeah, you have just like few people that enjoy the flavor and the taste of it and the effects, and then it didn't take off with it.
It wasn't like glue where everyone was like, "Yeah, this shit stank."
Right.
You know what I mean?
Gelato where people are
like, "This was unique." Runts, this is unique.
Like you said, pop culture is going to play a huge factor with that.
Well. And like I honestly, and like seeing Do-Si-Do come back, it kind of highlights what we were talking about on the Wake and Bake. That I mean, are we seeing a full circle? Are we seeing people getting sick of these super heavy mixed crosses because there's so many different terpenes? Where now we're missing the old school strains that just had a full flavor of its. You know, I mean, I would love to try some Thai weed. You know, some Thai.
Oh yeah, dude, that'd be dope.
And would I mean, you have to go find it, that organic old grower that's like or third gen grower. You know what I mean? You'd have to go find them. You know, that's now you couldn't just. I mean, I guess you could order the seeds.
You could,
but I'm somewhere. But
I mean, we got the seeds on in Jackson. You can literally walk in and they got.
But you couldn't get every single one, and then like I said, like
tons of seeds. No, I mean you'd have to.
You're not gonna get the land race stream.
You might find
some. Maybe you're right. Probably some more than other. Though.
Probably not really close to it. Maybe very very close. But it might be like very very rare at the same time. But if you do find them, how sweet that'd be.
Yeah, it would be cool.
I mean, You bring up a valid point because like their main statement was it brings back some of that OG, right? So if Do-Si Do, maybe it's a hint, like you said, they're going back to, maybe we'll see some dank ass OG back in the market and or just grown locally back in 2022. That'd be sweet. I'd be down to try
Lemon
some.
Haze, nice call, and nice smoking on some Gorilla Bluth Craven. T-Dub says I vote for GMO strain of the decade.
Of the decade. Groovy's got your vote on that.
It's a strain of my life. I actually got GMO tatted right here. No, I don't.
Not yet.
If I ever find just the terpene listings, I'll just get those 3 terpenes listed. And I'll be like, I like terps. Why that strain? And then I'm wrong.
Dude, that's not even the top 3. It's like one right.
Damn it. Damn.
Too funny. I mean, GMO's great.
Diesel. Yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think we're kind of at the point where, like, I think we're starting to see too much on the. Look at all these different flavors. Like, where there's so many flavors at this point. It's like now, like, it's almost like what Smirnoff did with vodka, right?
Or Burnett's and all that.
Or
crap.
right, there's like what? How many different flavors of vodka? You're like, okay, gross. I don't even really want Smirnoff. You know who drinks Smirnoff? Like, underagers, realistically, and youngins that can't, or people that just want that cheap shit, right? Because at the end of the day, like, it's just like flavored bullshit. Like, a lot of times with this other stuff, it's like a lot of people chasing that cloud of maybe being that next strain. But every once in a while, one of them's like that strain, you know? So I think it's like sifting through the bullshit of all these genetics just to find a few that you're like, wow, these are actually like really good genetics. I mean, right? I mean, everyone else feels like that because sometimes you're like, wow, this cross is gonna be sick, and then it's like not. Like, remember Gorilla Butter and GMO, like Maca Mulata just didn't hit the way we were expecting. Like, this is gonna be like this, then you smoke it. It wasn't bad, bud.
It wasn't good.
It was trash.
It wasn't the best.
That's a shout out to our buddy. Kai Mora. Oh, shout out, John. What's up? Good evening, my friend.
Yeah, good evening, everyone tuning in. Let us know what you're smoking on, dabbing on. We're talking about
GMO strain of the lifetime. Got to be True North, Everybody's repping. I feel you, dog. Got it in the closet. It's my emergency. It's like I got it behind a glass, a little piece of glass, and I got a little tiny hammer. I'm just like, psh, every time there's a dab emergency. That's a good point.
Hey,
yeah.
I would love to see some old school genetics come back. And if you can bring back some of them sour diesels or any of those like we always talk about, all day. I'm totally for that.
Trainwreck and White Widow. White Widow.
Ooh, okay. Trainwreck's good, man.
See, White Widow is like when I started. Like, or when we started, I guess you should say. Because that's when I'm like, whoa. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'd love to even get my hands on some Widow. You could probably find seeds of Widow.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I could go find, like,
our buddy had Widow.
Seeds of Acapulco Gold. I mean, I could find a cutting.
Yeah.
That's a different... You're missing my point. I used the wrong strain.
Yeah, you shouldn't have used that strain.
Tie stick.
There we go. We could probably find it down. I mean, if you know people, you might be too, but it's very tough. It's very tough to find those genetics, man.
Exactly. I mean, where would you go to find your genetics? Like, if you were to like look for just seed banks and online, right? That's all you can really look. Like, where else are you gonna go?
Unless you trust somebody very, very close to you that had a clone that you wanted to try, maybe. But I'm not sure. Other than that, I mean, I really haven't bought clones. It's mostly seeds I've been buying, be honest.
Jesus.
What?
No, we had a comment just kind of correct me. He says, dash stuff tied to a stick. Yeah, that's that stuff. Motherfucker. No, tie stick. Or, dude, Hindu Kush from legitimate the Hindu Valley. Absolutely. Like, because that's what I'm talking about. Like, the strains that were named off, like, their region. You know what I mean? Not even these strains that were named off anyone making some bullshit up, calling it, like, super, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, Super Lemon Kushes, whatever, that's great. But, like, anything,
don't be hating on Super Lemon Haze, man.
I'm just trying to say these ones
don't let that come out of your mouth.
But I never really got to experience those ones of the region. You know, we got to see the beginning of, like, the cannabis industry here in Michigan, which is sweet. It's a blessing. But we aren't old enough to be like, remember back when we smoked that legitimate Amsterdam blonde hash, and when when Adam L. Brook came on our episode, I was just like, damn. Lucky motherfucker. You know, awesome.
That's valid. That's valid.
OG shit. Like, I love to be like, yeah, I smoke some legit Thai weed. I smoke some legit Pakistani weed. I smoke some legit Hindu Kush. I smoke, because I smoke legit Acapulco, which is amazing. I remember because it's unique. It's a full, unique flavor, you know, but like, you don't see landrace strains ever. And then if you see like an OG in the store, you're never like an OG strain, you're like, is it really? Is it?
I mean, you could just slap OG on it and people will buy it because people love OG.
But you'll see, even OG isn't even that old. See, that's my issue. See, even OG has already been crossed. It's not a landrace strain.
Yeah, no, but it's one of.
Yeah, blonde Lebanese hashish in the comments. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That would be dope, man.
See what I'm saying?
I would definitely enjoy that. I mean,
sounds delish. So, you know, BC buds, like legit BC buds, because it's from BC, Canada. You know what I mean? Those are the shits that I'd love to be like, go to the dispo that's like, we have landrace strains. Like, that would be such a flex, like, to me, you know? And not like what the newest strains, we got old school strains and we got new school strains, because then you're going to diverse your, people coming to your dispo too.
Yep. Yeah, but not everyone's looking for that.
And because I'd want to mix it up. Yeah, that's my thing. I'm going to want to mix it up.
How many people are looking for that, though? People are looking for your runs. People are looking for your cakes. People are looking for your gelatos. They're looking for the do-si-dos, obviously. I mean, if do-si-do is one of the most clicked articles on Leafly.
I'm wondering if do-si-do because of growers. I wonder how it yields, because you remember that grower that like our buddy's roommate, like he actually, he had do-si-do. And that shit, he said, yielded well. So I'm wondering if maybe because it's a high yield. And that's why you see so much about it, is because it never went away. And it's just because growers can't help but grow it. And then so you see it consistently. So when they're like, which has been searched the most this year, do-si-do's just been consistently searched.
I bet you it's on their site, though. Like, they probably got their do-si-do article. Ranked. No, guaranteed. Yeah, I'm just saying. Because that's like one of the main things I think they would have to go with. They do say they do have some good offspring strains that they're looking forward to that contain do-si-do, which is Slurricane, and then Moonbow, which I've never heard of Moonbow.
Slurricane is that's got a unique like sweeter flavor. I've had some, was it Slurricane number 5 or whatever, but it was really nice terps on it. I had a hash rosin too. That was a Koshik.
Oh, I think I tried that.
Yeah, I only got a gram of that one.
Saved me one dab, actually. That was good. But OG Kush is obviously we said, one of the main dominant parents in do-si-do too. So,
yeah, I don't know if I've ever had legit Slurricane flour, like good Slurricane flour.
Not that
but
stood
I had
out.
some that rosin was solid. That shit was dank, actually. But like, as far as strain of the years goes, like I said, like this one just doesn't make sense. And I think moving forward, like in something like, it's gonna take something to blow us away again, like. Runts was the last one to do that. Like, there hasn't really been, like I said, I love GMO. I love the Kush mints. Like, I love the mints.
The mints
I
are
love
good, man.
GMO. But they didn't take off. Like, you didn't see GMO in everything. You didn't see these, maybe they didn't yield well. You didn't see them cross well with others. Like, I don't know what it was, but nothing really stuck. Like the way, like these gelatos and these glues, these other ones stuck. Really, what to make it stick is really either the masses take off and love it, or growers take off and love it. But even then, it really is, like you said, it's down to pop culture and consumers.
Yeah.
That's what really takes it off.
That's what people are liking to smoke, and if pop culture is talking about it, we always know.
Because look at Gary Payton and Pressure and Baker's Dozen. These ones I like because you grow, but they're not like famous strains by any means, but they're definitely exotic. So right, you're just unique strains.
Yeah, but you don't got like the Migos.
That's what I'm saying.
They're chanting out a lot.
But is that what it takes to get to the next level? Is pop culture?
I mean, it's definitely taking your. Think about that. I mean, you have McDonald's now. Side note, partnering with rappers and musicians for collabs. Like, it just brings that whole, I guess, community of that person to it.
That's fair. That's fair.
And if they're pretty big, yeah, I mean.
Oh, that's fair.
No,
that is fair. GMO takes 12 weeks to flower, Craven said. So, I mean, that could play a factor, too.
Oh, that's a longer growing.
You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying. And then if it doesn't yield, and my big thing is too, like some of these ones that really take off, they feel like they have to cross well with others. Like Runts was in everything. Cookies, like that original cookie,
exotic
Girl Scout cookies, that was crossing everything.
You're seeing a lot of that.
Glue was in everything. Like these ones just kind of take the fuck off. It's not just the flavor and like popularity. Because to me, GMO should be at the top of the list.
But Runts isn't like the biggest heavy yielder though too. It's decent, but you got a lot of smaller nugs too. A lot of smaller dense nugs too. It's about flavor and other things that I would say go with it too. That go with that strainer, what makes it pop. Definitely the terps and everything. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
So no, it's funny. Someone was saying, Eric Color Commentator says he's surprised actually how much King Dosey bought, which is surprising because I didn't see a lot of Dosey dough in the dispos.
Flat out,
not anything more than normal than just seeing Dosey dough.
No, not.
And I think back in the day I saw Dosey Mo, which getting a call from a mystery caller. Damn you, iPhone! Damn you, iPhone!
My dude. JP.
Stop saying it. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. It blows my mind.
I was like, what the heck?
And that's what's funny. They like, hey, here's the 12 reasons why, because no one's gonna believe this. So here's 12 reasons why. Like in the Runts article, it was like, you already goddamn know why. It didn't say that, but like, I clicked the article and you're like, yeah, that makes sense. Did anyone go Dosey dough? That makes sense. No, they went Dosey dough. All right, like that's what you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Right.
And I think sometimes I just want to talk about, since we're talking about these, a lot of these statistics, like the best strain of the year is just like whoever typed it up the most, which one got the most research. Like it's not really like they take off. But I think they were right on the head with some of them because some of them are undeniable.
Right.
Like if we went back to 2015, 14, whatever it was, cookies would have been back there, and it would have been like boom.
Question for you. Your top 3 strains of 2021.
Whoa.
Groovy.
GMO, top. Cushman's, number 2. Number 3, I would probably go with... I really did like either Gary Payton or Pressure, that type of smoke. That was unique to me.
Yeah.
Those were like in my... Because I mean, I know everyone's like, oh, cookie. But Gary Payton was hitting different. And I had that in Cali. Technically in 2020, so I guess that wasn't... But I only had that once in 2020. I didn't have it again until 2021. And then I didn't like it because it was at this cookie in Detroit. And then we had it. And then once you started growing Pressure, that's the first time I've had the similar taste. And since then, it was that Pressure. So I will be honest, I really didn't get popular to me till you grew the Pressure. But I'm calling it that Gary Payton taste. Because it's a little different than the cookie. Has anyone tried Gary Payton out there? And T-Dub, that's just kind of terpenes. Not really butter wax specifically. I've had wax of Cushman's and GMO, definitely. And what was the last one I just said? Jesus.
The top 3?
Yeah, the third one I just said. I'm just blanking. I just drew a blank.
Now I'm drawing a blank.
You know what I mean? It's gorgeous.
Oh, too funny.
Pressure, the Gary Payton. I actually did have Gary Payton diamonds before.
We have Gary Payton in Vegas too.
But no, he was asking about wax, and
okay.
And I've never, but I not legit flavored wax. It wasn't that flavored. It was diamonds, so you know how that goes. But I've had legit flower of Gary Payton and Pressure, which Pressure holds the hell up. I had some Pressure earlier, which was way go.
If I went with my 3, I'd probably do in no specific order.
Right, that's neither was mine really. I mean, GMO's number 1. So in that order, never mind. In that order. I love Cushman's.
I would go like Mac was in there. I enjoyed some Mac. I enjoyed some of the Pressure. I've been digging. I always liked some type of Sherbet or like Runts.
Sherbet, your Sherbet was pretty solid. But that's been around for a while.
Yeah,
so
like
that's
really, mine.
Well, you said 2021, so I guess that was specific.
I guess.
But those were new to me.
Okay, so
but honestly, GMO and Cushman's are in some of my favorite categories now because I've had some really good Cushman flour, and man, I've had some really good batter.
Okay, 2021 Cushman's. I did have like some GMO, but I probably won't go GMO.
Well, you didn't really. Not
Mac.
the way I
Nope.
love GMO.
I would go Mac. I like some of the Mac
You
flour.
did like the Mac. That was Mac was
flour
really
was good.
Yeah, that what's
and
what
I
was
guess
that,
I would
what
have
was that cut we tried? The
Capulator cut.
cap cut by Local Grove.
That was
yeah,
good.
man. Let's just go buy a bunch and hopefully find a seed. You know what I mean?
And I'd probably go runs. Unfortunately, I'd probably go runs. I've enjoyed some runs.
Ooh, that's a good
Galactic,
point.
like
Color
the bucket.
commentary. I love it. Whoever financial interest pumped the strain up for a win. Big facts. I love it. I like that. That's probably,
great.
and that's what I'm saying. It's like
Marketing.
Big Dosey Doe. I don't know who's Big Dosey Doe. Is maybe some big company just was like, hey, we've got this strain we're gonna start yielding a lot of.
Or
pump it up.
they're gonna go through. They're gonna launch in January 2020. Hey, we got strain of the year by Leafly Dosido.
Right. We just happen to have it. Everyone's already a pre-planned thing. Damn.
That'd be crazy.
Oh, we got some. If you want to list your favorites, list your favorite top 3 of 2021, or in general.
I would have to go. I would have to add.
In
Apple
general, it's a
in
little
there,
bit
too.
harder
Apple
for me
would have
because
to
then
go
I
there.
need like a top 10 in no specific order for my favorites. Because there's a lot of weed throughout the years that I really liked, like Super Silver Haze, Super Glue. Like,
Oh no, and Mac, I would have to add Mac because we were going through
Mac
the reviews.
1, oh my god,
We enjoyed. I was like going through our reviews. Like we have a whole catalog of reviews for the episodes. If you don't check them out every Wednesday, 420.
Word.
We had Mac 1 on there.
Word.
We tried Ghost, and that was a heavy pass for us. So like, I would definitely have Mac. I enjoyed some of the Apple
but they have that local
here and there.
blunt.
But the Cushman's was good too. We did have that at the beginning of the year. And that
Dude,
was
I
really
went
good.
through like a half.
We'll have
ounce
some.
of
We'll have some at the
Cushman's wax,
beginning.
at least. And like I bought a lot of it, at least a half ounce to an ounce of that wax. I love that. Remember that batter?
Yeah.
I was getting a good price on. I bought a shit ton of that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love the OG. Someone's Rich. That's my Rich says OG.
I love it.
Oh, that cracks me up. Hey, do you like OGs? No, I'm with you, dude. I love fucking OGs. You know, I used to say, I love OG, everything. I always say that shit. I love it. But
Now it's
I know
GMO,
you're thinking
everything
2002.
is GMO.
It's just my new thing right now.
Yeah.
And I'd be honest, if I saw Cushman's that tasted like that one pheno we had, I'd be buying more Cushman's. But I haven't one that matched up to that pheno specifically. So it's kind of hard. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's not the same. It's not the same, Dave. Kind of Dave, it's not the same. I just don't like it as much.
Switching it up on me. I love it.
What? It's like a cough. You know what I'm saying? We got oh damn! I don't even know what the Uran Armag. Did autocorrect got you, dude, or what? No, that's probably and Durban Poison and Eries. Interesting. You know,
Right.
Oreos too took off, but never
Oreos.
got super famous. Big. That's what I'm saying. That's why 2021 was like. You know what it was? The year of the year of like the third places. Like it just like everyone got participation medals and or like bronze medals, you know. Everyone got green medals for trying their hardest. But that's what I'm saying. This year no one really stuck out, so it was like we had a bunch of cool genetics. But is it because
There was a lot of different flavors.
Hold on, but hear me out. Is it because we have so many different ones at this point? Everyone's like, yeah, we get it. Like, you know what I mean, kind of.
I feel like everyone's trying to find that next big strain.
I get it. I get this is the never ending pheno hunt, right? Trying to find the right genetic with the right pheno like environment, trying to grow that right one.
Mm-hmm.
But like
Cross
even if
and
you
find
do
that
grow,
one.
in my opinion, the right one, GMO, you still doesn't always take off. But you get people like me that are like consistently buying their GMOs, so they're like, well, shit, this shit sells. Let's keep buying it because it's kind of niche. Niche, thanks. I'm killing it.
Let's go.
It's Nietzsche.
What?
No, okay, so that is correct. That makes sense. I don't know. Yeah, and I actually had an Oreos pre-roll yesterday. Actually, I didn't even tell you about. That was solid for only $10, and it was pretty solid. I was actually impressed. Like I was one of the first times I smoked it. One of our caregiver friends actually reached out to us, wants us to try some of his, and he actually has some cross of that Oreos too. I forget what he named it.
Yes. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. I'm still thinking of what
Well, you
said.
gotta link up with him. It's been past the holiday for a while. Now we actually we actually it's so past the last holiday, we've hit a new holiday. So sorry, dude.
We are.
It's
It's
so
ironic.
stupid.
Wow.
Right.
So after this holiday.
I want a strain that tastes like KFC. Chicken fried terps.
Okay.
Listen,
okay,
dude, the
okay.
Colonel'd kill your ass. They'd be like, "What? How'd you figure it out?"
Oh man, I might go with some KFC. Funny.
all he brought up was the Terps, and now you're like, "I'm gonna get it." Wow. No, but I mean, anyways, yeah, that's funny. That's a fair point.
I think you're right though. There were just so many different. I think there's just so many different flavors this year, different exotic strains. And next year, if it's like a throwback, like we said, strains, I'm curious what it would be. Hopefully, it is like some sour diesel or something for 2022. Real throwback.
Hold on, before I get into before we
The
get
holidays?
back into all the holiday stuff, yeah, because we had some little holiday questions we wanted to do and just kind of talk about what we're gonna be doing this weekend and whatnot. Just want to take a second and ask everyone, how's everyone consuming cannabis? You doing some dabs, smoking some weed? What are y'all doing out there? Thank you for always commenting. Appreciate y'all on YouTube, Facebook. I don't appreciate you blocking us lately, but I appreciate all
we say,
3
YouTube,
or 4 of you coming out there all the time. Appreciate you, Craven. Appreciate you as always.
White ash or trash, baby. White ash or trash. No changes. hashtag.
But yeah. I mean, just wanted to ask, how's everyone consuming cannabis? But do you want to give a shout out?
Yeah, run through it, my dude.
Oh, okay. If you are out there ordering CBDs for this holiday season, please look out for us. Look out for your homies at Social Sports of Michigan fam. NinosNaturalCBD.com. They have, if you use the promo code Micannacast15, you get an extra 15% off.
Mm-hmm.
And then anything over $50 is free shipping.
Yeah, and they got everything from CBD to CBG, gummies, and tinctures, and even transdermal patches as well too.
Right on.
If you're looking to try it out, they got the deal running through the end of the month. It's Micannacast15, like Groovy said, and the episode, or not the episode, the URL is down below. So
Right on. And T-Dub hit us in the comments with dabbing on some 5-star triangle mints. That's not, dude, the mints, see? Triangle mints, see? Triangle mints was one, too, I liked. That was some wax.
That was
good. That wasn't bad
We even
at
had the
all.
flower, though. We even had the flower pre-rolls.
Oh, yeah, I did have some of that. That was by Hog. And I think that's that.
Yeah.
Is that 5-star a Hog collab? Because I think it could be. They do collab with 5-star. Does it look like this? Is it the black ones? Because the 5-star, these are the collab with Hog. So I have one on me, too.
It's like, I got one right here.
Yeah, the white one is a collab with another grower, and then just the box where it's like colorful and tie-dye, that's the one where it's their flower, or I believe, and it's theirs.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've seen their pre-rolls, and I've seen the wax of those ones, usually.
That makes sense. sense. I
think that's how it works. Never talk to them.
It's good stuff.
Still, reach out, please. True North, for the love of God.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Yeah, it's a Hog collab. See? I knew it.
That's funny.
I have a problem. I have never dabbed before in my life.
No, really.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Too funny, man. Let's get into these holidays questions that you got going.
Yeah.
Just
So
some
can you always
fun.
let us know what you're smoking on, especially if it's unique. Appreciate it. But we just kind of came up. It was kind of like a this or that type of thing, but I think it came more of like a this or it was a this or that. It's this or that, but just a holiday edition. Just kind of play what everyone says, because this is something when people are going to see family or friends or whatever. Usually like a Friendsgiving or a family giving. Some families smoke, so if your family does smoke, let us know in the comments, because that's bad freaking ass. I just want to say that. Because mine doesn't. So this is a question that I always have to face myself every year, depending on where I'm going, which family, throughout the years. If I'm dating someone, it's their family. Like, what do we have to do there? Do you smoke prior to arriving, or or right before the dinner? Like, did you guys always go on the cousin walk? You know what I'm saying? Where you go, hey, I gotta go outside to smoke a cigarette, and you go smoke some weed, and then you come in, you're like, hey, you see me, man, gotta eat some jerky.
Both.
Whoa. This, that, or I do what the fuck I want, says Canada. I don't give a shit.
I mean, come on. What if dinner's not ready? What if you're waiting for dinner and there's just abs?
Dave Cobb said the same thing. Yes, as well. So far, both Daves are stoners. Go figure.
That's right.
He says, "Is it Saturday morning yet already?" We get earlier and earlier. So it's gonna finish and be like, "Hey, is it next Saturday yet?" Like, I love it. Wake and Bake's fun, and that's why like Dave Cobb, always OG, always showing up when he can. The Wake Bakes, we appreciate it whenever you can, and all the shares and comments, because all that stuff helps beat the algorithms that make 0.0 sense to me. But just loving tapping in and just kind of talking about cannabis. You know what I mean? This is just kind of a holiday little game we want to do. But and we got more questions. So I have more.
You didn't answer. What was yours?
Oh, I said, I was prior.
Always prior.
I was always prior. Now, the thing is, though, and that's especially because here's the loop thing is like, I would try to before dinner but here's the loop is my family, I would always before dinner. If it's like the girl I'm dating, depends on how their family is. It's either
so it's 50-50.
And especially nowadays, it's become either I get a vape cart or I get dabs, and I do dabs in my car. So then I don't even smoke that much, and I just dab throughout the whole day, and nothing really changes. I just get lit.
I'll just smoke.
Because that has happened too.
I'll just smoke the joint outside on the porch.
Well, because I liked, and this kind of would lead me to my next one, but sometimes I like the whole like not reeking like weed, so everyone's just like, especially because there's like a bunch of kids around sometimes, and like. I understand smelling like weed a little bit, but if you're just like consistently blowing weed, not every aunt and uncle, especially from my own experience, from my own family,
right,
not cool with it.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Right. So to me, I'm a big and I'm already a big dabber, so I'm just like I gotta go to the car to make a phone call. So like everyone's here, but gotta check on the fish, make sure the fish is getting fed. No, I don't even have a fish. I bought a fish recently. Nectar collector. Nice, Rich. Definitely used to have my nectar collector. Loved it.
Those are clutch.
Didn't really like the electric ones as much. Some people like different versions. If yours is electric and you love it, let me know.
The coarse one was cool.
I had the one I had. Do you remember the ceramic one I had? The white one?
Yeah, I remember.
That ceramic one was legit too. But again, then you still needed a torch, so it was still kind of a process. But a lot quicker, because then you could just keep the dabs and you can keep it all with you and just like, psh. But again, then vapes happen and then you can just rip them in the bathroom. And honestly, you can rip them in the family dinners, and people nowadays think they're just those breeze things. So that's kind of my next question. Is getting into that essentially. Is concentrates to be secret high, or do you want to smoke flower? So yours, Dave, you just get lazy too. You don't give a shit. You're like, hey, I smell like weed, right? Well, personally, for my family, I will smell like bud if it's my immediate family, and even it's my bigger family now. Like I'll always just smell like bud. But when it's right before dinner, so that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like a curveball because it's like concentrates to be secret high like during dinner, but then before I'll smoke a joint or like a blunt. You know what I mean? It's like for arrival. So I kind of do both. But I'm just curious what people think. Are you guys? Does anyone else care? Does anyone else have the whole family thing that's not cool with it? Because my family, I don't know. They just this is like annoying. It's annoying about it. So now I'll just like smoke so my jacket smells, and they'll make like the one comment like you smell like weed. But I have smoked with randomly family members throughout the years, which is kind of interesting.
Me too.
Especially during Christmas time.
It's awesome.
Or
it's always so sweet. Oh my gosh, you smoked weed this whole time? What?
Dude, or weddings.
Yes.
Everyone has a couple of drinks, and all of a sudden, everyone smokes weed. My favorite is I had some older cousins come up to me and be like, Jeremy, I'm just smoking weed. This is for you, little boy. I was like, be careful. It's strong stuff. No, I wasn't even that drunk. I was like, honestly, that smells pretty strong. This isn't like, 1942. No, I'm just kidding. They're literally like 10, 15 years older than me. I'm totally exaggerating, but I was just being an ass to be an ass, and they're being an ass. And then they hit the cart, and it wasn't just a normal cart; it was a rosin cart.
Too great.
So they were like,
"Whoa."
Yeah, and then like my uncle's sister, like that married in the family, so she was there. And she's like once, and she's been doing it like forever. And I'm like, what? Like, I really? Okay. I think an accountant or something. No, and like whatever, everyone smokes weed, and that's again, this was years ago, so that's what I was saying. I love it though because during these like celebratory times, people really just like let loose a little bit. Even the ones that don't normally, they'll like let me hit that. You know what I mean? You'll get like sisters and brothers, it's like.
Yeah. That's some good shit.
See, some people are with me. Some people hide it. Seems like it depends on your family.
It depends on family. That's literally what it is. Now that it's legal in Michigan, it's more open. So I to me, it's like, all right, it's legal. It's like alcohol. No one's gonna really say anything. If
Word.
It's like at that point, if I'm going outside, I'm respecting your privacy too. It's not like I'm lighting up in the house, in someone's house, like even if I'm at my mom's. You know what I'm saying?
And this was my last one, really, because this is the last one I thought of, and Canada gave me nothing to work with. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
I forgot to write more down. But this is what I got. No, but buying can of presents or not, because some people say like it's appropriate, sometimes it's not. Because like I remember I bought a CBD and THC like lotion for the fam or for like my grandma, and people were like, hide that. Hide what? I'm like, just give it to her. I was like, it's like, what do you think the kids are gonna see it and be like, Mom, can I smoke this? Like, no, like it's just lotion. Like, but I don't know. I think it's awesome, so I'm definitely for it. So big fan of can of presents.
Oh, for sure. Sure. I think like the state's becoming more legal,
especially now donation and gifting. Like it's a cool thing to do. I don't know. This is just like a little silly holiday thing I thought of.
Oh, that'd be cool. You do it. What's that game called?
White Elephant.
Yeah,
but only with cannabis stuff.
Yes, next year.
That'd be kind of fun.
Something brings like an ounce of like.
Everyone's always. I always do cannabis gifts.
Weed,
yeah.
Oil, edibles.
Everyone's respectful if the kids are there.
And that's 100%. Yeah.
And if like, I have another holiday one. Which is the better way to hide it? Edibles or vaping? Like which way would you prefer to hide it if you had to hide it that way? Does that make sense? Because if you had to hide it, say you've got an uncle that just like he's the senator for a state that hates it. Like I don't know. I just made some shit up, right?
You do like a little bit of edible and a little bit of vape.
No, I said one or the other, Dave. You can't stop doing this. See, you don't just get to pick what you want. This is not how it works. Like which ones do you think is the best way to hide?
I go vape probably. Vape's the one I'd probably want to go with.
I would do vape. I'm with you, to be honest, 110%. I would personally, because for me, vaping, I'd be able to keep hitting, and at least it feels like I'm smoking. Like if I gotta hide it, at least I'm gonna hit it. I don't really like doing vaping on the time or on the regular, so like you're not gonna catch me just like vaping.
Mm-hmm.
But if like I said, because that's the one person I don't like to smell, like just be blowing in her face, like, "Hey, grandma." You know what I mean? I only got my one grandma. I try to be respectful. Like she's not. Let's just say like I'm a little quieter about some of the things. I just let her live her life, and I give her the lotion. And, she either knows or she doesn't. I don't know. Whatever. I'm like, yo, grandma, hit this blunt. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? My uncles know. My aunts know. But different generation.
No, I understand that.
Edible put you to sleep. Very fair point, T-Dub.
Edibles probably would put you to sleep. And I'd want the vape because then I can be hitting it right there. I would have to eat the edible before I left because you'd want it to be kicking in.
You could keep eating the edible. I just keep eating it.
You could. Yeah, you could. And then halfway through, you're going to pass out and wake up and it's going to be like 9:30. You're like, what? What?
What month is it?
Everyone's gone and you're just...
They're like, Happy New Year. They're like, dude, it's Thanksgiving. Like, I don't know. 2022. Sleeping a while, bro.
Damn it. What edible was in that edible?
That's so funny. And I think that's a big factor when it comes to holidays and the best way to blaze and vape and all this stuff is it really comes down to kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it really comes down to the kids because like especially because around the holiday, not everyone, uncles and aunts and second cousins. But sometimes you don't know them that well, and you don't know their kids, you don't know their beliefs, and you're just like, I don't feel like being that cousin, especially if it's a bigger family function, I'm not making that happen.
Yeah, agreed.
That ain't me. That ain't me, babe. Like,
it's
no.
not worth the family drama.
Nah, I don't want that attention. Yeah. I'm cool.
Not worth it.
Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't happen all that often, and I got some shit going on right now.
I mean, I used vapes for the longest time, but I'd probably still smoke a joint and just step out, and then I'd just overdose and probably cologne or something, which is very noticeable. It's like the same thing.
Interesting choice of words, but
overdose.
Yeah, I know. I was like, whoa, gotcha. Overdo it.
Overdo it. Yeah.
There we go. But yeah, like, and sometimes it's really just to avoid fights, because throughout the years in my life, especially even my immediate family, they don't like cannabis, so they'll be like, "Oh man, you really smell," but they don't give me the worst of times. But sometimes it's just to avoid a fight. It's like, you know, it is easier to just do it in an avoidable way or in a non-smell way, especially because you have vape, you got edibles, you got dabs, and honestly, I can go rip dabs now. So to me, like, I love dabs. So
yeah, and like you said, the vape's easy. So you just go to the bathroom.
Good now you got e-rigs too, you know.
Yeah.
Next step.
It's about being respectful. I'm looking forward to it. I hope everyone enjoys like the holidays and time with the fam.
It's really just holiday season for the next week. Really, people are starting to slowly chill out. And if you're working retail, I'm sorry I just said that, because you are working your ass off. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't go much. I shouldn't even say that.
I'm just gonna do Amazon. So Amazon, all those Amazon employees working their ass off right now.
Yeah. I mean, busy. Seeing all the UPS, Amazon, FedEx, everybody shipping packages. Be good.
True.
It's not supposed to snow either, so it'll be I'm cool with that. Be honest with you. But other than that, I mean, we got our new episode coming out tomorrow, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, we did a review on
Doghouse pre-roll called
Fizzles.
Fizzles.
Yeah, it was like a Zittles cross or something, we thought. We're not really sure. But yeah, unique.
I was saying Zittles with Thin Mint, I think. That was just my guess. Probably completely off, but just based off of how it was spelled. I went with that.
Based off nothing.
Okay. It pretty much is.
It did have a Z at the end. And a T at the front.
First two strains that came to my head. But I was like, all right, cool. What's wrong with it?
That's funny.
And then,
what's up for this Saturday's Wake and Bake? Well, the plan is to still do it. We don't know if it'll be the full hour, but we're going to definitely do it. That's the plan. Mm-hmm. As of now, my life's been up and down, so as long as my life is still
it's tentative
steady.
Right now.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
I got some family and doing some in the hospital from pneumonia from COVID, so that's why, like, I don't know, just this whole week's been kind of crazy for me, so I've been kind of the one slacking here. But life's been real and taking care of family. No, I know, and that's why I'm saying, like, we've been just kind of playing it like by ear, but the plan is to do it. So especially because we're just gonna have fun, we're gonna blaze, talk about holiday stuff.
Hey, worst case, we could always go Sunday if we want to. Sunday wake.
Yeah, well, we'll talk. We'll figure it out.
So we'll let you know. It'll be on our socials, but we will post it so you can see it. Be able to see it on our IG and our Facebook social. So if you're not following us there, follow us on one of those platforms. Micannacast. Appreciate it.
Definitely tell everyone you love them this holiday. Even if you're frustrated with them, tell them you love them, because shit's crazy in life, and you never know when life can make some weird, crazy shifts. So, holiday season,
100%.
It's why we always talk about bringing the cannabis community together. It's the same reason, man, because there's not enough time to be fighting all the time for all this shit. Some people got to figure out boundaries, just like within family. We all figure out boundaries and show some love.
You have to. I agree with you on that, man.
So, yeah. And big shout out to my homies, Triple Stack from Squad Records. They're my fellow homies. I put out some records on Squad Records myself. We are a local, I would say electronic music label that we are starting to expand. So it's a local record label, independent record label, because there will be we have some band releases as well. So check it out if you're into music and stuff. We really appreciate any support. That's SKWAD Records, Squad Records, and it's Triple Stack with, I think, like, no vowels. And then so Triple Stack, so and a V instead of an A at the end. So
Tag them in the post. I think they're tagging our IG.
Yep. Yeah, Groovies. We'll repost it. But either way, just want to show some love to all that, and yeah.
Appreciate that.
That's it. Yeah, man. That's all I got for the episode.
Yeah, and like we were saying, we got episode tomorrow release at 4:20 Eastern time. Check that out. We'll keep you guys updated on the Wake and Bake. Appreciate you all tuning in tonight, talking about strain of the year. Interesting pick, but we'll see what it is next year.
Like I said,
I mean, we got one more Terp Talk before next year.
I think they're out of them because I think there's tons of other picks that were way above Do-Si-Do and unique, like GMO and Cushman's and the other ones we mentioned. Would you mention Apple Fritter? And there's so many other ones they could have picked.
Max was pretty popular. Like, why isn't that every one of the strains of the year? You know what I'm saying? Like,
something just didn't add up there. So there it is.
So appreciate it. Appreciate everyone tuning in, commenting, enjoying, having a great sesh. Have a great rest of your week. Happy holidays or Holidaze, however you want to celebrate. Smoke good, and as always, Groovy, we're here to advocate,
educate,
and inspire. Till next time, guys. Peace.
Later.
Know that they fly, know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. CJ Ike, never gotta roll with ice. Cody's brothers, my guys. Know that they fly, know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. CJ Ike with the Nino. Ride or die. Know that they 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 ride or die. Cody's brothers, my guys. Know that they fly. Know that they ride or die.